I'm here. Welcome in, Morph. Why we go to a mythical forest? Because, well, actually, I guess they haven't technically said yet in the game, but the people are stuck asleep. Is that what happens in the first phase, or is that the second part? Something's going on in the forest. Something. But yeah, hey there, Morph. So after stream last night, I finished off the side quest that we had, and I upgraded my weapon again. So to max upgrade this, I can't do it until we get into the second part of the game. So for now, we're at the strongest we can be. My controller needs charging, but the cable feels awkward for some reason. Don't know why. But yeah, so the plan is just to do. I think it's mostly gonna be story until we get another side quest, but whether or not we get another one, I'm not too sure yet.
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
Dearest Popular, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing in hopes of bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in the Dream the Village. I was hoping I might be able to get your advice, dream on the matter. Recently, there have been dream reports, dream, of a certain dream, of a dream, evil dream, empty dream, curse, dream, evil dream, words, dream, and dream, someone, dream.
That is certainly one bizarre piece of writing.
Who's it from?
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area up north.
Alright, yep.
The Forest of Myth?
Right, I need the weapon list up.
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people. Something like this is very out of character for them.
So there's one in the Mills Mansion, can't get that yet. That's the story one, that's fine. Yeah.
I have a bad feeling.
There should only
about
be
this.
2 weapons left for part 1.
I'll check it out.
You will? But...
Don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway.
Oh, well, alright. Thank you.
Probably. Yeah, so weapon-wise, we have Nameless Blade. Yes, that's the story one. Lily Leaf Sword, yep. Oh, let's start from the top. Beastbane, which is that one. Yeah. Blade of Treachery, we don't have yet because that's the one that you get in Emil's house. Earthworm's Claw, which is that one. Faith, which is a story quest, which we won't get until after we've done this next story part. Lily Leaf Sword, yeah. Moonrise, yeah. Nameless Blade, yeah. Nirvana Dagger, yeah. And Rebirth, yeah. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, we've just got 2 weapons left in part 1 to get. Yeah, no, I'm sort of with you on that. I feel like today wasn't like bad, but it felt very long. Or at least work did anyway. Starting to get a bit. Like, I've had a headache like on and off today as well, which has been irritating to say the least. Because I just haven't. I mean, I know that obviously sometimes I just don't want to work anyway, but it was added of I don't want to work today because of it. We're like 1,000 XP of getting a new level as well, which I've done that like big beast one on the way to the seafront a couple of times, but it didn't really give me much XP. I can't remember if there's like a specific amount of like leveling that you can actually get before part 2. Forest of Myth. Oh. Yes, I wanted to save this part for today because if it's the part that I'm remembering, there's a lot of reading.
Is quiet here.
Such silence bodes ill.
Oh, they announced the February games for Humble. Let's have a look.
You know, a little optimism now and then wouldn't hurt, Vice.
Such cheek.
I mean, it's not bad games, I guess. Fuck off with your login. The new Life is Strange is supposed to be pretty good. Destroy All Humans 2. Scorn. Snowtopia. Beacon Pines. I can't read what that one's called. Or the other 3. It doesn't sound too bad, though. PS games are up as well. Are they? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What's the Valentine's special? Oh yeah, you go, monthly games here. Let's claim them. Blah, 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 blah. Named Sword.
Hi there.
You know, a slip.
Beware the words.
The words? What do you mean?
Contagious words. Those who dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
Vice's voice rose in a quizzical way.
It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes.
Perhaps we should start by asking this man. Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
The mayor stared at Panda and Vice.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the Forest of Myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Vice stared at the mayor, and his mouth twitching
Now
slightly.
see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes. I think you have.
In other words, we've caught the death dream?
Before the mayor could confirm Panda's suspicion, Vice exploded with rage.
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace that quickly changed the subject to who Panda had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Panda and Vice racked their brains but could find no easy solution. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations.
Grimoire Vice does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The mere suggestion that Vice chose his words carelessly seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator.
How dare you talk to me like that,
It
Vice?
has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Vice looked skyward as if searching for answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
The anger created by his harsh words bled all over to Panda like a contagion. Wait, said Panda suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, that villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Vice aside in the process. He must have said something right. And there should be an alert for that. Why, Mr. Gore, why? I said no! I knew you'd try. Well, of course I don't. I didn't want a gift. Also, annoyingly, it didn't I can't even get the alert to play. Why isn't that doing it? Basically, Mr. Gore said, shut your face and take my gift to you. Put it towards the camera you're saving for. There you go. And hi, Jester. God damn it. I said no. You're a cheeky sausage. I was lurking. I appreciate the lurk. I appreciate the lurk. But how are you both doing? It was about dreaming, or something that dreams, or what the hell was it? A sheep! Cried Vice suddenly, blasting out the first thing that popped into his head. Hannah, hasn't it? How are you? Hey, Taryn! I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. NieR is going amazing. It's like one of my favourite games. But how are you? It's under the weather, but now doing stupid shit on VC right now. Go on. What kind of stupid shit? Tell me. I want to be nosy. Doing well, just working and lurking. Noise. So she's had dinner. What did you have for dinner, Mr. Gore? How's work treating you, Taryn? The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, Panda's face suddenly lit up. I remember, he said. Those who dream. That's what he said. I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times by finally nodding his approval at Panda. That sounds right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a long piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along, but I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Vice immediately fired back. I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said, but perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. Oh, not the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realised I was locked inside my own dream, I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village was beautiful, he said to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the colour out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free. And I won't stop trying until it happens. Panda nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod. Look, if we could be of any help, said Panda, just ask. Now hold on, I did not just say that. Silence! Cried Vice. The Grimoire looked from Panda to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Vice's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor, you told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing of it. But yet you seemed surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his hand, realization dawning on his face. Oh my god, he said, you're right. You're right! I had no idea you were coming! The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Vice, and dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he called with the departing forms of Panda and Vice. We're all counting on you. As Panda slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of deja vu. I saw this man once before, he thought, but where? Panda's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he had been confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once he had been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Vice was proving to be a spectacularly poor travel companion, unhindered by either terrain or physical effort. He spent most of his time urging Panda to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Making a bunch of versions of the Steam Happy Mo. Oh! Spag bowl, but vegan cheese. Oh, nice. Wait, do you put cheese on spag bowl? I'm like, have we ever put cheese on spag bowl? I don't actually know. I'm sorry you're still under the weather though, Jester. But I'm glad you're doing stuff to keep your mind busy and stuff. You're good, Mr. Panda? Yeah, I'm pretty good, to be fair. I've had like an on and off headache today, but it's not been like a hard, like I was about to say a hard one. It's not been like a bad one. It's just like slight headachy feelings throughout the day. But it just sort of goes and then comes. I'm not sure. But I had like randomly halfway through the day, I was like, do you know what I want for dinner? I want fucking cheese and crackers. So I had cheese and crackers for dinner, and it was amazing. And I don't know why specifically I wanted cheese and crackers, but I'm so glad I had it because it was delicious. It was delicious. Right. Finally, after Vice muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Panda snapped. Okay, Vice, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. Panda leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can a stupid forest be so big, he uttered to himself. The moment of words tumbled from his mouth. A cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. Panda slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Vice! What's going on? Panda could see Vice's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insect screamed as the forest howled, and then, just as Panda's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. Zree, 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 zree. Yeah. Insect noises. Yeah. Yep, yep. As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, Panda began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's just white noise. It's something else. I do usually put Parmesan cheese, but I'm chaotic. Oh, I mean, that's not too bad, though. I can imagine that, actually, sprinkling cheese. I don't think I've ever seen Mum or Nan use cheese when they've had spag bowl. But also, I appreciate the luck, Taran, and I'm sorry that you hate your work. I also feel you there. I feel you. I feel you. The insects weren't calling out. They were asking a question. 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? By my pages, is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's to keep getting out of this place. Then I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? Oh man, I don't... Oh yeah, a secret. Because you can't have a secret if someone doesn't know it. But you'd only want to share it with one person. Inwardly furious that Vice left the task to him, Panda sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret. Right? The sound of insects stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Panda like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest arthropods are making a road for us, said Vice with glee. Pleased at passing the test, Panda moved on with his new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said Panda after a bit. Vice spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of the forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Vice finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Panda picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Vice. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Absurdly easy, barked Weiss. Now answer it. Panda grits his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right, after all. This one is pretty easy. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Sunlight. Sunlight. A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Vice softly, I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey look, cried Panda, awaking Weiss from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend extended hand, Vice saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Vice? I mean, who would build a house all the way out there? Panda walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Panda, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand up and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning, and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? Panda tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Vice, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said Panda. Well, at least it was an easy one. I have 4 legs in the morning, and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? What? I want to say a man? A man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor, cried Panda. The small man slowly shook his head. I am not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry, what does that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the Death Dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Panda watched, mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Panda and Vice returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. "Good gravy!" he cried. "You made it! You actually made it back!" He left hand grasped Panda's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge it from the socket, while his right seized Vice by the cover and swung him through the air. "Gah! By the heavens! Stop shaking me, fool! We have not even told you if we're successful or not." The mayor smiled broadly and shook his hand. "I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again." Panda withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. "We broke the Death Dream seal," he said. "At least, I think we did." The mayor's face beamed as Panda filled him with the details. When the tale was done, the three of them lay down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Panda cocked his head. "Okay, hang on a second, this is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep?" "'Cause your endless prattle and go to sleep. Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility herself." Panda and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. "Have you forgotten?" continued Weiss. "It is words that control the Drift Dream, words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue." With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. "This is the first time," began the mayor, "the first time I've ever felt tired since I was imprisoned here." His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour, or a year. When they awoke, things had slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Panda shook the mayor's shoulders gently. "Good news," he said. "I think we made it." "Oh wow," said the mayor in an awed voice. "We did. I'm back." He blinked once and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. "You two have no idea how much this means. The Death Dream was spreading through our village and I wanted to, well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream." The mayor started to stand and collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Panda and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. "Real life may take some getting used to," said the mayor as a wry smile crossed his lips. "You shall relearn in short order, I'm sure," said Vice. "For now, you should return to your home and rest." "No," said the mayor, swaying on unsteady feet. "No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the Death Dream. I have to save them." The mayor slowly made his way to the Divine Tree in the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. "This is a holy tree," he explained. "When the prayers were finished, it's the guardian of our village's history and memories." "Superstition will only make our mission harder," muttered Vice. "We should not put our faith in the gods." The mayor shook his head. "Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse." Panda and Vice could not contain their surprise. It seemed a gold had been found in the most expected of places. "I say," muttered Vice, "this is certainly a stroke of luck." As the three of them said their goodbyes, Panda mentioned a strange man who had given them the third riddle, and the mysterious words he had left with them. "I once saw a version of you that was not yourself," muttered the mayor. "What in the world does that mean?" Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. "You know," he said softly, "this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too." Panda tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. "Deja vu, right? Anyway, I think it's just some kind of illusion created by a Death Dream. It probably doesn't mean anything." Panda gave the mayor a nod and smiled, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. And what exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much. Now I can finally return to a normal life.
Oh my god, I should have a drink.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Dark execution. Right, I need to go save the
Sealed
game.
verse. That didn't take much effort.
Just switched my entire PC off by accident. GG's.
Yes, touch
one,
too
Mr. Gore,
easy,
nice
if
one.
you ask me.
Oh yeah, were you listening to video game music today, Mr. Gore? I think at one point I turned my I put Discord up on my phone, and it said you were listening to Ace Combat music. Ace Combat 7, yeah. I was like, where's Mr. Gore listening to Ace Combat? I was like, have you played it? Are you a fan of Ace Combat? I don't think you've ever talked about it before.
It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
Right. Hey, wait, what?
Now I can...
This is one of the most busy.
I know.
Hello, and yeah, I've got a flight stick and all that. Oh my god! Wait, you've never talked about that sort of thing before. I was like, Mr. Gore plays flight sims?
This person must be dreaming too.
It would appear that way, yes.
Can't say I'm very excited to go
Time
back
to do
there.
some more
The
reading.
dream world sort of creeps me out.
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with
So
the
that's why
mission.
Mr. Gore's good with his hands, huh? Hmm.
Yeah.
I remember when he's being quite sad. Alright. Tried microflight sim, but it's a lot to learn. Yeah, I watched Donnie play it, and it looked... Fuck it. It just looked so over the top. I breathe air scented with death. I flew over my house. Nice! Nice. I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh. For I know it will sound like words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? My box, my prison, is tucked beneath a stairway in the long unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that plays without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes and eternity slips by a single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say, "My saviour!" I claw at the door in my jail, embedding in thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is a product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all the gods, help me. Impossibly, I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling onto the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired boy in a floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to blackness, explode with pain, and I am forced to turn away. It takes ages to do anything. So many downloads. Downloads a 100 GB game, then you have to download the places you want to play. That's another 10 to 30 gigs. Just play Euro Truck Simulator. Who are you? I ask, shaking hands, covering my face. How have you come to this place? I am Grimoire Weiss, and this is Panda. Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand, we shall awaken you from this nightmare together. The one known as Panda extends his hand and pulls me from the cell. Through my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are keen as ever, and they recognize the staccato sound of heavy rain. Jason! I never thought to hear that again, I whisper. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, said Grimoire Weiss. Look at your feet. I force my eyes open to see water pooling around my ankles and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Time, that long-forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like an endless entrails of a giant. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. At the end of the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpet of velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door to the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of grey matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall, and despite my fever, I think I've seen the outlines of a door just beyond. When I reach out a finger and touch a piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away out in the wind. Realization slowly dawns, and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses! I face a mountain of charred and crumpled corpses. Oh. I look at it from the beds and back again until the horror dawns full upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead, I do not know. Insanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound, whether scream or laughter, I cannot be uncertain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving that most terrible place. I squint down the door and corridors. Oh shit, there's a specific way of doing this. Let's do east. And then north. South. West. East. West. East. North. The water has risen to my chin and now laps greedily at my mouth and nose. You dumb bastard, shouts Panda. He surely desires to say more, but the rest of his insults are cut short by rising water. Rumor of ice, wet and tattered, floats on the water's surface. It is already too late for him. This wasn't how it was supposed to end. Shit. I don't remember the path! I don't remember the path! No! No! Oh man, I'm gonna have to look up the path.
It's
Can't.
perhaps.
Oh dear. This one's correct. Right, south. North. So there's nothing south. East. If I do west, it does east, so proceed north. So south would take me back. So east. I find myself in a great hall with only sounds of rain for comfort. The waterlogged red carpet squishes beneath my feet as I approach the center of the room. Once there, I beheld a beautiful dining table which rests china and silver of the finest construction, as well as the remains of a fantastic feast. As my eyes continue to adjust, I see many chairs surrounding the table, each holding a dinner guest. Noticing movement, I approach a chair at the table's head, but the truth of the matter dawns on me. I recoil in horror. The host of the feast is a corpse, as are all the invited guests. An army of foul, wriggling insects have made homes in their remains, and this is the moment I saw. The once splendid feast was now nothing more than a requiem for the damned. I take a moment to steady my shaking hand, then slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands on the chairs upon which the dead were seated. This is a mistake, for the chairs proved to be even more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered in a layer of spikes that run from the seat up the back and down the arms. This explains the colour of the carpet beneath my feet. I can only pray that the unfortunate diners were dead when their meal began. For if not, it is a simple task to envision the agonised screams that must have spun forth from their mouths. My mind grasps frantically at all the possibilities that all the sounds had committed some terrible crime for which this was a punishment. Though in truth, I suspect they had committed no crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was their last supper. North. Against all hope, we make it out the front door. Break it down, someone cries, and so I give myself to the effort. In tandem with Panda and Grimoire Vice, I slam my body against the thick, sturdy door. On the third try, it gives way, and we find ourselves sprawled on the ground outside the castle. The storm is in retreat, the clouds above us are still dark and foreboding, but to the west I can see the thin shimmer of sunlight trying to break through. How can I thank you? I cry as tears join the rain on my cheeks. I would surely have died in there. Looking down, I suddenly noticed that my dress is in tatters, and sheepishly tried to recover my exposed skin. Your dress? Asked Vice. Then you are a woman, madam. I am. I proffer the two a smile. I suppose that comes as something of a surprise, seeing as how I exist only in the form of words. I can see that the one known as Panda is disappointed that the torn dress will be given no further description. But he hides it well! With a nod and shrug, the three of us set forth to our awakening. But behind us, an awakening of another kind is taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle's windows shatter with a mighty roar. A fresh breeze blows through the hallways and corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch in awe, uncountable black shadows slowly flicker to life, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows. The castle's dead have awakened to their new life as shades.
You have anything to say about that?
Hopefully there will be no labyrinth next time.
I hear that.
Thank you so much for saving me. I never want to have a dream like that again.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine. I can imagine. Alright, that person needs help as well. Is that the last one? Is there only three people in total?
Victim. This work certainly is trying.
I figured a book like you would be into all this word stuff, Vice.
Well, the second phase of this place is then.
Even I have my exceptions. Now let's be off.
A colony of massive sculptures was visible in the distance, their tall forms scraping against the sky. Vice and Panda had never seen such a sight, and their eyes widened as they tried to take it in.
Those buildings must be huge if we can see them from this far away. What do you think, Vice?
As Vice considered these answers, the sun beat down on them with renewed ferocity.
Perhaps they are some manner of mirage.
Under this heat, a mirage or two could hardly be an unexpected sight. Panda nodded and wiped the sweat off his brow, leaving a trail of sand in its place. He thought he'd never been so thirsty. The ancient road on which they walked was black and cracked with age. Here and there, thin wisps of grass pushed up through the rocky surface, as if defying those who had laid this material down over their home. The heat reflecting from the road made Panda lightheaded. His feet hurting, he crouched down to rest. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Is someone playing a joke on us or what? The complaining had already begun. Vice tried not to let his eyes roll too much. A joke, he said. No joke. This road leads to a city of art. Perhaps the path of itself is simply some manner of grand artistic work. You don't sound very sure of yourself there. Perhaps not, but thinking of it in this way might make it easier for you to hear. Panda glanced at Vice's grinning face, shook his head and resumed walking. As time passed, Panda's feet grew more painful, and his throat drier than he thought possible. Tried not to look further than the next step ahead, because the bright sunlight made him hesitant to trust his own senses. We are definitely getting closer, said Vice in an effort to cheer his companion. Yes, this much is certain. Encouraged, Panda lifted his gaze. Suddenly he stopped walking, choosing instead to stand in the middle of the road with his mouth and eyes wide open as his finger pointed in the distance. Water! He cried. It's water! Water? Said Vice. Preposterous. Don't see any water. Over there, just ahead of us. Look! The sun is reflecting off it. Without waiting for a response, Panda sprang to life and bounded towards the sight. What in the... There was no water. There was nothing but sand in every direction. Panda closed his eyes and sighed as Vice floated up behind him and chuckled softly. I believe this is known as a mirage, he said. Many a desert traveller has spoken of such thing. Panda shook his head, bewildered. Suddenly he pointed off in the distance, his wide-eyed once more. Wait, there it is! I just missed it! Look, it's right there! Panda sprinted off again, leaving Vice with no choice but to follow. After a few moments of running, Panda came to a halt. I could have sworn it was right in here. Confused, to put his hands up, rub his eyes vigorously. As soon as he stopped, he noticed a blue shimmering pool of clear water just over the next rise. With a shout, he bounded off in search of it. The chase continued for nearly an hour, until an exasperated Vice finally floated up to Panda and struck him over the face with his cover. Enough, you blithering idiot! Stop this at once! There is no water here! Panda's face clouded. There isn't? There is not, and perhaps next time you'll listen to me when I tell you as much. Weiss paused for a moment, then continued speaking in a slighter, kinder tone. I suppose this mad chase was not altogether wasted. It seems we have arrived at the city in the city of art. Panda looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. Their journey was at an end. They're huge, cried Panda, completely forgetting the heat and pain of the past few hours. I've never seen anything so big. Each sculpture was formed from roughly the same shape, a tall rectangle that stretched out forward towards the sky. But that is where that is where the similarities ended. Most were covered up with panes of glass that reflected light in 1,000 directions, while others seemed to be nothing but frames of steel. He's obviously on about a city, if no one had gathered that. Some had tall spires on the top, while others possessed triangular caps. What kind of city is this, said Panda. Where are the people? Where are the houses? Perhaps this land is intended exclusively for artistic use. The debate continued as they make their way through the city. Miracles of artistry were everywhere. Great iron crates with wheels sat silent on steel rails. Beautifully carved works with lights of red, amber, and green dangled over every street. Moved away from the massive sculptures, they found a great array of smaller ones. Some were covered in glass or brick, but many were encompassed of materials they had never before encountered. The sheer quantity of colours and styles was staggering. Unable to find a theme, they purposed to abstract the works around them. Panda and Weiss eventually fell silent. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered 3 sculptures in the shape of humans. Panda uttered a sigh of relief as he approached them. Finally, I was getting tired of the modern art. The 3 sculptures were indignantly except for a single word chiseled into their right arms. One read Alpha, one read Beta, and the final one read Gamma. As Panda moved to the nearest statue, a bird flew from the top of one of the sculptures. Alighting on the statue's shoulder, it emitted a brief, beautiful song that took the form of words. Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false ones will only speak lies. With that, a bird departed as if on cue. The 3 statues shuddered to life, acquiring colour and form as they began to breathe. Hey, look at that, said Panda. They're alive. The triplets bowed low before Panda. Please, said Alpha, you have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real. Stop lying, said Beta. He turned to Panda and threw his hands in the air. Alpha's a fake. You know I'm the real one. What a load of crap, said Gamma. Beta is fake. Everyone knows I'm the real one around here. Their response please given, the 3 statues returned to their frozen state and silence once again enveloped the city. When you consider all the statements, only one of them could be the real thing, said Weiss. Panda furrowed his eyebrows and considered his answer. Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth, the false ones will only speak lies. I don't remember. I just noticed that Spotify told me Busted's performing live. Lovely. Yeah. Okay. Alongside such as clear as mine on the outside of the city. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Triplets bowed low before Panda. Please, said Alpha, you have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real. Stop lying, said Beta. He turned to Panda for his hands. Yeah, Alpha is a fake. You know, I'm the real one. I want to say it's Gamma. The real one is Gamma. The eyes of the statue shone with eerie light. The light grew stronger and stronger until Panda and Weiss were forced to turn away.
It would seem we failed.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'd best act more.
Ah, man. At least it didn't kill us this one.
Even...
Alright, okay. So we just have to choose one of the other two. Beta? Traded a noble lack of confidence, he was relieved to see Vice nodding at him. If Alpha were telling the truth, began Vice in a dry tone, Beta and Gamma would be fakes, but in this case, Gamma's claim was that Beta was fake would be the truth. Even though Gamma is a liar, therefore the theory crumbles. Now let us presume that Gamma spoke the truth, that makes Alpha and Beta liars in this situation, however Beta is calling Alpha a liar, which would leave us with two statues telling the truth. Finally, let us assume that Beta is telling the truth, if so Alpha and Gamma's lies would make sense, therefore Beta must be real. As Vice finished his explanation, Alpha and Gamma crumbled soundlessly into dust while Beta sprang to life once more. "Congratulations, villager," said Vice in a cheerful voice. "The time to awaken has arrived." "Thank you for saving me," cried the villager. He dropped his knees and bowed his head as low as it could go before an uncomfortable panda pulled him to his feet. "Why did you have a dream like this?" asked Vice. "Have you been to the city before?" The villager slowly looked around at the bizarre objects and sculptures dotted in the landscape and shook his head. "I don't think so. I mean, it's impossible, right? There's no way I could have ever been to a place like this. But at the same time, I feel like I've seen it before." "Deja vu," muttered Panda, just like the mayor. The vague sense of unease that struck Panda during the mayor's dream spread once more through his mind.
That was rough.
I am positive I have seen that place before.
Okay, that's enough. Don't need you getting all weird on me too.
Well, technically he was at the beginning of the game.
Okay, there. Now all the villagers can wake up, right?
Yes, if the mayor's assumption was correct. I think I have had enough wordplay to last a lifetime. Thank you very much.
You're telling me. Anyway, let's go see the mayor.
Right, I'm just gonna save the game. Lovely.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you so much.
He should give us a sword.
Here, I have something for you.
Nice.
Wow, this looks valuable. I can really have it?
Of course. It's apparently a weapon of some renown, but we have little use for it.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you again for everything.
Right, only one more weapon left and then we've got all of them for part 1. Must be getting somewhat close to part 2 of the game, I think.
So how was the village?
Oh, it was truly magnificent. There are no words.
Neat.
Let's get back to Popola. She'll probably want to know what's going on in there.
Come on. Poison magic pads. Oh. Hey, we got a new word. Let's go. Right, cool. Do 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 do. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't feel like we're like leveling up right now. Anyway, back to Popala. I think up next is Emil's house. I haven't looked it up, but I also still swear that I don't think a lot of this was voice acted originally, but obviously every line has a voice actor or has a voice to it.
The death dream certainly is a strange illness.
Yeah, it was something all right.
I don't know if it's just I haven't played it in so long that I forgot.
I, with my natural love for words, have no desire to visit that place ever again.
You guys did well. You've been making a lot of long trips lately. Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
I'm okay.
Yeah,
I can't just sit around all day while Yona's sick after all.
We're fine.
If you say so.
So, anything I can do for you?
Well, I suppose there is one thing I could use a hand with. Have you heard about our plans to repair the canal? The work probably won't happen for a while, but once it's done, we can use the canal for trade and travel and all kinds of useful things. Unfortunately, however, we're a bit behind schedule at the moment. If you're willing to help out, I'd really appreciate it.
No problem. What do you need?
Great. So, the man I originally asked to help on this project hasn't shown up for work in a few days. I'm starting to get a little worried, so maybe you can head over to Seafront and check up on him? I'll mark the location of his house on your map. He always carries a red bag over his shoulder, so he should be easy enough to find.
Got it.
Okay. Ooh, sounds like a plan.
A canal, is it? Fascinating. If we had a ferry, we could put these days of endlessly running about behind us.
Don't you just float everywhere anyway?
Do you think I am borne aloft by the winds, lad? It takes stamina to maintain this height.
Oh, really?
You could at least try to hide the utter dismay, you know.
Who would have thought that would have taken stamina for him to float, huh? You just think magic. Yeah, magic. Nah. Oh, I think we talked about it in Discord a while ago, but my favorite peanuts have gone back on sale, so I brought like 4 bags. I shouldn't have. I really shouldn't have, but I was like, oh my god. I want them. Which one is that? It's Sensations California Honey and Salt. can't remember if it's a specific salt, but it's just really nice. They do chili ones as well, but I'm not. That's not something I would eat. But the California honey ones are really nice. It was the first time I had honey nuts, because I never really thought about having them before. I was like, why would I want that? And then after having these ones, I was like, oh my god, they're amazing. Why haven't I had them before? I was missing out.
Hey, are you the guy who's supposed to help repair the canal? Popol has sent me to...
Oh god, it's over. My life is over.
Surely you must realize nothing good can come of being involved with this particular endeavor.
Easy, Vice. Hey, so...
It's my wife. She left home a week ago and hasn't come back. I'm so worried I can't even focus on my work. Oh, my sweet dumpling, where are you?
Alright.
Oh, that's terrible. Would you like us to help you look for her?
Really? You do that for me?
Sure. But do you have any idea where we should start?
Well, she always used to enjoy drinking at the tavern with her friends.
All right, then I guess we'll start with them.
Thank you. This means the world to me. Oh, and by the way, my wife always carries a red bag, just like mine.
I've met some odd couples in my day, but none who felt the need to
That's
wander
just about us
about
having a whole
flaunting
week. I
matching
mean,
luggage.
would you blame her? Would you blame her, Morph? Would ya?
You need to get with the times. Coordinated outfits are all
Probably.
the
Yeah.
rage. Plus, these bags are special. We bought them for our anniversary. But now my sweet dumpling is gone.
Okay, just stay calm. We'll go look for her, all right? You sit...
Right, okay, so we'll go to the
I'm
tavern.
willing to bet that man knows more about his wife absconding than he's letting on.
I'd also blame her for marrying this guy. Well, I mean, yeah, there is that too.
Hey there, I'm, looking for a woman carrying a red bag.
Are you now? Interesting. Did something happen to her?
She hasn't been home and her husband's worried. Do you know anything about where she might be?
Trouble in paradise, is it? Oh, those two never change. Anyway, the short answer is no. She hasn't been around here either. Though
Oh.
come to think of it, she always got on well with the woman over at the tackle shop. Maybe you should try her?
I'll do that.
Hey,
Oh.
what's the rush? You've got a cute face. Why not sit here and join me?
Madam,
for-
I'm
for
underage.
free?
Sorry, ma'am, but I'm not old enough to drink. Hey there, do you know a woman with a red bag by any chance?
Bag? Oh, sure. Although now that I think about it, I haven't seen her in a while. Last time she came around, she mentioned something about leaving town, but I figured it was just idle talk.
Baha.
Leaving town, huh? Alright, thanks for your time.
If she has truly left this charming hamlet, find...
Oh, I just hope she hasn't been attacked by shades or anything.
Something about that shade seems rather odd.
A red bag.
Look
Oh
at
no!
this.
It is identical to the red satchel carried by the man who sent us on this mad quest. Perhaps it belongs
Maybe
to
dead.
his spouse.
Oh no. Do you think the shades got her?
I fear it likely, lad. I sense no other activity in the immediate vicinity. We were too late.
Well, this is terrible. What are we
However difficult it may be, we've no choice but to tell the man the truth.
This is true. What a bloody story, yeah. Or a quest.
Hey, did you find my sweet dumpling?
We didn't, but we got
no?
this off a shade.
Oh no. This is hers.
So our fears were correct.
Oh God. How could this happen to her? This is all my fault.
If I
Awesome,
may,
man.
my good man, why did your wife leave home in the first place?
It's because I
think we should give him some time to himself, Vice.
Honey, I'm home. Good heavens, you're a wreck. What's
What?
wrong?
Dumpling, you're not dead.
What in the world are you talking about? Oh, you found my bag. Thank you so much. I can't believe I went and dropped it like that.
Never mind.
This is such
Never
a
mind.
relief.
Okay, seriously. What's going on? I see. So, you found a shade with my bag and assumed I'd been attacked and killed?
I'm just glad you're safe, Dumpling, but I'm also so sorry. This is all my fault. Oh, if I didn't eat that apple you were saving. Oh, God, I'm such an idiot. Listen,
All over
I
an
promise
apple?
I'll never eat anything of yours again. You just promise
A
never
fucking
to run away
apple?
from home again, okay?
Run away? Have you lost your mind? I just went to visit my parents.
Huh?
I told you about this. Going to see my family, gone for a week. Remember? Ugh, are you serious right now? Why don't you ever listen to me?
Oh, I mean, she's gonna have a problem with him now. Apples are dangerous. Apparently so. That's why I don't eat fruit.
Lad, my brilliant intuition suggests we should beat a hasty retreat from these two with all speed.
Stick
I
around
can't
and listen.
believe you didn't listen to me, and you ate my apple. Ugh, you are the absolute worst.
What? Oh, like you're some perfect angel. You didn't even care enough about our anniversary to hang on to your bag. You, kid, I'm right about this, yeah? If anyone's wrong here, it's my wife, right?
Wait, You're asking me?
The husband who
You
ate the
shouldn't
apple.
have eaten your wife's apple. That's not very nice.
But I was hungry, and it was just sitting there. Look, I'm glad you went looking for my wife and all, but that was low, friend. Low.
Did I cross a line there?
Besides, it's pretty rich to come after me for an apple when you threw away my entire stamp collection.
Ha! You're damn right I did. And I'd do it again. You are nothing but a hoarding slob. You there! My husband's in the wrong here, isn't he?
Pardon, but madam,
Honestly, both of them.
enough. The both of you are at fault. Now apologize to one another and end this ridiculous display.
Talk for a floating magazine.
I see you finally agree on something.
He's a book, goddammit! It's not a magazine. 1 hour later.
Do you not even understand how frustrating this is, you colossal oaf? This is exactly what I hate about you.
Fine, hate me. I'll still sleep like a baby knowing I'm not an unreasonable hag like you.
Vice, what do I do?
You turn on your heel and walk away as fast as your legs can carry you, my good lad.
That's it. I have had enough. Instead of belittling me, why don't you get a proper job? Everyone in the neighborhood treats me like dirt, and it's all because of my unemployed slob of a husband.
Actually, I have a job now.
Wait, you what? You're kidding. Why didn't you tell me? That's great.
Well, I sort of wanted it to be a surprise.
Oh, you big silly Billy. Well, this calls for a celebration. Come on, I'm going to bake you a nice apple pie.
With what? He ate your apple. That's so weird, okay.
I have no idea what just transpired, but it has utterly exhausted me.
Well, looks like they made
I
up,
feel ya,
so
I feel ya.
all's well that ends well?
In the course of all that madness, I have forgotten why we even came here in the first place.
Oh, heck, the canal! We need to ask him about the canal!
I can't thank you enough for all your help.
Sure, but listen, we need to talk to you about the canal.
Oh, right! That's why you came here in the first place, huh? Well,
Yeah,
now that
it
my
was.
love life is rolling in clover again, I'd be more than happy to get going on the canal work.
Oh, well, let's go back and tell
That was
Popola.
exhausting.
Tell me about it. Anyway, let's go give Popola an update.
Oh shit. Oh, Pada's very sleepy.
The couple with the red bags were a strange pair indeed. It boggles the mind to think their relationship can persist despite such intense
Oh well, I've
squabbling.
got one last day in the
Well,
office
they
tomorrow,
looked
and
pretty
then
happy
I'm
in the
working
end,
from
at
home
least.
the rest of the week.
Maybe the secret to living a happy
Yay.
life is sharing your feelings, even when they're sort of mean and weird.
If you adopt such a strategy, I may leave for groceries one day and never return.
Then you're off for a week. I know, I can't wait. This week's not even been like terrible. I've just been tired all week so far. Well, you keep bullying the same monster. So I could get that level, Mr. Gore. so I could get that bloody level. I've been after that bloody level up. And it killed me a couple of times at the beginning, so I'm basically getting my own back on it now. Oh dear. I don't remember this bit, to be fair, but I thought after the village of the Forest of Myth, it was the mill mansion, but currently not yet. Oh, I done more progress in Ni no Kuni yesterday as well, so I'm slowly but surely getting there with that game. And I will be very glad when I get it done.
Goodness, it sounds like the canal repairman had quite the problem on his hands. I'm glad everything turned out all right.
I bet. Yeah, I think I could happily say I'd never play Ni no Kuni 1 again. I do still really like the story, but that is not enough to make me want to play that game again.
Thank you so much for your help.
Don't mention it. I'm looking forward to seeing how the canal turns out. If you need anything else from us, just say the word.
Oh.
Hey, wait!
Huh?
I almost forgot. Yona is looking for you.
Huh?
She said she needed something from you. Time to go play Big Brother for a bit, huh?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Thanks, Popola.
Hang on a minute. I need to search something. I just had a weird brainwave. Okay, nice. So the person did voice. Yeah, he did voice the person in the original NieR. Okay. I don't know if it's just because it was so long ago, but honestly, I don't really remember there being much voice acting in the original NieR. Fair about. No worries, Mr. Gore. Take your time. You cheeky little scamp.
Popola said you needed something?
Yeah. A favor, actually.
What is it? I can't help if you don't tell me, sis.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. Ready?
The one that voices Yona voiced the character in Final Fantasy Type 0. Interesting. Also a character in WoW, too. And Xenosaga.
I'm ready, Yona.
I need you to help my friend.
Your friend?
Yep, I have a friend, and we've been writing each other letters.
Imagine having a friend.
Seriously?
What the hell?
A pen pal? How delightful.
So who is this friend?
Well, he's kinda...
He? It's a guy?
Yes, and he's sick and in a whole lot of trouble. And I know that you and Vicey are the only ones who can help him.
Vicey?
Tell me about this
Vicey!
guy.
He lives in this really big house down south, and he's super nice, and he's my friend. So you have to help him. Please?
Yona, listen.
Please?
Great. Now what do I do?
We helped a friend.
Fine. I'll see what I can do.
Yay! Thank you!
Great. Yona's got a boyfriend.
Is something amiss, lad? Your voice is trembling.
No, it isn't. Shut up.
Right, I'm just gonna double check the weapons again. Right, Beastbane. Yes. Blade of Treachery is the one that I haven't got because it's in Emil's house. Earthworm's Claw. Yes. Faith. Yes. Lily Leaf Sword. Yes. Moonrise. Yes. Nameless Blade. Yes. Nirvana Dagger. And Rebirth. Cool. Yeah, so I'm just missing the one sword at Emil's place, which can be founded before the boss, apparently. I think for now we've pretty much cleared out what we really needed with regards to in regards to story side quests. So far, I think we pretty much got them all. How's near or far or wherever you're going? Hey Zan! It's going pretty well, how you doing? How was the rest of 14 stream?
How can these creatures let us dispatch them without complaint? And what would make them appear in this area in the first place? It is hardly what one would call especially fertile ground.
Gabby. Nice. I can equip that, right? It's okay, thanks, I had to stop because my back is killing me. Ah, fair enough. Apologies that your back is hurting. Is that just maybe how you've been sitting, or? I hope you're resting it up as we speak. Yeah, I mean, NieR's going far. NieR's going far. NieR's going well. I think we're getting close to the second part of the game. Because the way that this plays is it's split into 2 parts. Because there's sort of like a time gap section. And I think we're getting somewhat close to finishing the younger era. Just gonna grab a tea. You want one? Yeah, I'll take one. I'll take one. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, you said that you have Yorkshire tea normally, so I know you've got good tea. I need money. Well, I'm glad I'm getting that one now.
We have been waiting for you, sirs. Please, right this way.
Yep, coming right up. 1 human tea. But yeah, just go. No idea, I'm sure it's a shout out. Yeah. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. Don't get too stressed out with your back. Ugh. I need to pop in Waitrose tomorrow after work and have a look at alcohols. I was talking about it in Zan's stream, but I still need to get like something for Friday. But I don't really know what I want to have. I did check Asda, but there's nothing I saw that I wanted. The only thing that I even considered getting away in Asda was
you scream like a fucking whore.
Jackfire.
Kind of a turn on.
Please, wait here.
Okay. Hand off the controller, we're waiting.
Waiting's a bitch. Just let me know if any shades show up, okay?
Okay, Kaine. I found the kitchen. You know, the law says if you say Hamura in a mirror 5 times...
What's the matter, Vice?
Jester
Scared?
arrives. Keyhole marked darkness. Eh? Hi!
Perhaps we should head back, yes?
Hi. There's 2 locked doors. One with darkness, one says moon. Well, I had to be careful with my words, because I've been ever so made clear that sometimes I don't think about stuff I say before I say it. So, I mean, the original thing would have been, like, obviously another word for arrives. But could definitely be taken out of context. So I was like, yeah, no, just arrives. Just arrives. Arrives is the thing.
Hey, where'd Kaine go?
I knew this was a terrible idea. Haunted manors and the like. Oh, why does no one ever listen to me?
Why does no one ever listen to me? We were supposed to go into that room that we couldn't leave. It's like one of those, like, whenever you go to a restaurant and there are 2 books, they give you that buzzer thing, so they buzz it to know for you to get in. And literally, all we would have to shout is just Hamura, and Jester appears. It's a cool superpower. It's so true, though. As long as people remember the words you're not allowed to say after Hamura, then that's fine.
Picture has changed.
Oh yeah, it has. He's got horns and shit. Actually, someone used to do that on stream with a katsu. Aww. Oh yeah, the pictures have actually pretty changed. Got like a little bit more morbidity.
It looks like it's in pain.
Yes, come now. Brave faces. Onward and upward, eh?
Hidden items, spirit drop. Where's Emil? Come on, I want to find Emil. There are banned words for me now. No, you remember the specific 2 words I said, and you're like, you're not allowed to say that, panda. So I was like, okay. Not banned words for you, but words you told me I'm not allowed to say. I'm so glad I have goldfish brain. No clue what they were. You told me I was strictly not allowed to say Hamura and Harden in the same sentence.
Shades!
What foul hole did they call from?
Ooh! Oh, item drop rate. That's actually not really... I don't know if that was a good one or not. I mean, I guess we're not leveling that quick, so let's put it on. Makings. Right, so Moon was over here. Hey, puppy! Hey, gorgeous. Yeah, that emote, it all says it all really, doesn't it? Ah. It's a shame he's not really in the second game. Other than that mention. Emil! Yay!
You're a male. Young. Not even 20.
You figured that out from my footsteps?
It's not hard once you know how.
Then I suppose I should tell you about my friend Vice.
I only heard one set of footsteps.
Grimoire Vice does
He's
not
a book.
strut about like a common land mammal. But enough of this introductory chatter. Let us hear your tale.
My name is Emil. I'm the master of this manor.
Man, Emil is such
So
a
you're
great
the one
character
who
in this
sent the
game.
letters?
He's the one that I have tattooed on me, but later, second
Letters?
stage Emil,
What are you
when he
talking
wears a
about?
mask.
Of course you don't know. Such a thing would be far too simple.
Plus, he has an awesome shop in NieR Automata.
Stay back.
His theme song is amazing.
Huh?
I'm sorry. It's my eyes. Anything I look at gets turned to stone. That's why I live with this blindfold.
What a remarkable skill. I've never heard of such a thing.
Anyway, I suppose my butler might know more about the letters you received. This key here can unlock any door in the manor. So if you'd like my assistance...
No, please, don't trouble yourself. We can get around on our own.
Oh, right. Sure. Well, here's the key then. The butler's quarters are at the far end of the manor.
Right.
Let me at least give you a map. It's a big place, and I don't want you to get lost.
Imagine if you, like, spoke to someone, it's like, oh, here's a map to my house. Like, how big is your house if you need a fucking map?
Vice, what should we do about Kaine?
Leave her. That woman is capable enough on her own.
Jeez.
I would actually
Why
love
would
to
you
do
never
that.
get on your
I'd
bad
love
side?
to, like, have just a one-bedroom apartment. Have someone over. It's like, so here's the map of my place if you want to know where everything is. And it's just one room.
Somebody. Anybody.
What's that?
A butler, or at least a remarkable likeness of one. I knew this was a trap. Curse my brilliant intuition.
Vice always being so up himself for a book. I can just see the cat out of the corner of my eye being really fucking cute behind me.
Shades!
Oh, XP up. Go on then. The spiders have got like kind of a unique design as well. Hey, blood! gallons of the stuff. White key.
Whoa.
Is that another one? It moves.
He's a robot.
What's going on here?
Sir?
What is this?
Oh, this is my butler. He helps me out around the manor. He's a good man at heart, but a bit inflexible. Almost like a statue.
Yes, and I do apologize for that, Master Emil.
He's a robot.
I doubt he's even human.
We're here because my sister received some letters from this manor.
Yes, I wrote those letters. Please forgive my impertinence.
Why are you writing to
As
my
you
list,
may
my
know,
sister, you creep?
Master Emil, deeply pained by his eyes, has shut himself away from the world. He suffers greatly behind that blindfold, and I feel it is my duty to help however I can. I heard tale of the exploits of an emerging hero, and so I sent a letter to you under Master Emil's name. But I received a response from one Miss Yona instead.
Wait, so Yona's pen pal is you?
It is, sir. My letters merely requested that you come to the manor. I meant no ill intent.
I believe Yona saw the exchange somewhat
Welcome back, Mr.
differently.
Gore.
Yeah, sounds like she misunderstood the situation.
Regardless,
Still charging.
I am quite pleased to see you here. Long have I dreamed of the day we might be able to do something about Master Emil's eyes.
I see.
Yes, well, I am afraid we, or at least this lad beside me, is neither hero nor physician, so if you'll excuse us...
Hey, I mean, I could be a hero, right?
Please, we're so close. The cure for Master Emil's condition is located in this very manor.
Then why don't you just go get it?
Alas, the location of the cure has become a den for those abominable shades, and I lack the skill to combat them.
Okay. I get it.
Defeat the shades and restore Master Emil's sight.
You know this is an impossible task. Why would you ask it of our guests?
Well, we've no more time to waste, so...
It's okay. We'll do it.
See here, lad. This is no time to play the hero.
People need
We're
to
the
look
hero,
out for each other,
goddammit.
Vice. Plus, we have to find Kaine anyway.
1,000 thank yous. I owe you a debt that can never be repaid.
I'm really sorry for all
Obtain
the
the
trouble.
darkness key.
My butler cares so much for me, but for him to make such outlandish requests...
I know exactly where that key goes. And the keyhole. Na.
But hey, at least I can petrify your enemies. That's gotta be some help, right?
Yeah, true.
I can't let you do this on your own. So I'll be right here if you need me. Maybe my eyes can be useful for once.
Poor Emil. Right, so the weapon says it can be found in Emil's mansion just before the boss battle. So, I don't know how to tell when we get to that. I would assume there would be a save point. Well, never mind, we just found it. There you go. So now we have all of the weapons for part 1. So, what is it? There's 33 weapons and we have 9. We have 24 weapons left to get in order to get all of the endings. I'm collecting. They're not really that difficult to get. Oh, it's locked. From what I remember when we played the original, it generally wasn't that difficult to get them. There's more though now because of the DLC that they added. So, yeah. Right, boss time then. Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
This is it. We should find the cure somewhere nearby.
Bah, I do not like anything about this place.
Time to meet Grimoire Noir.
This book's kind of like you, Vice.
Oh, aren't we clever? As if any mere tome could compare to the wonderment that is Grimoire Vice. Petrification is a fearsome power indeed.
There's no end to this.
Pages of this infernal book are sharp as knives.
Guess you never learned that trick, huh?
Oh no! I can't petrify it!
Get him, Emil, get him! I hope that's a Shakespeare book. Heine!
Heine!
And where have you been,
Lost. Where have you been?
Getting stomped by this thing. Help!
Did you see Tom Holland's going to be playing...
What do we do?
is going to be doing a Romeo and Juliet stage show?
It's not some manual of combat. You are supposed to deal with such matters.
You guys run! I'll hold it off while you escape!
Who's this kid?
That's Emil. He's the one who runs this.
Fuck, this book is a real asshole!
I didn't sound chill though. Yeah, like yesterday, like loads of social places were like, Tom Holland says he's got big news tomorrow. And then today I just saw a poster and it was Tom Holland doing Romeo and Juliet, and I'm like,
Bold one. And yet I fear that would be a foolish course of action at this juncture.
Besides, we'd never let
I mean,
you do
it's pretty cool, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel like that's not as big as some of the other things that I think people are expecting.
Civilized discussion on the merits of bravery and sacrifice. We can do it later.
Is this your way of encouraging us?
Have we truly sunk to motivational speeches from a woman in her undergarments?
I guess so. Now!
On me. Oh, maybe this isn't Grimoire Noir, because he dies pretty quickly.
Vice, this is it!
Research report on petrification. Well, well.